was feeling just so down, like so unproductive, so scattered. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy to be back on YouTube. I took a little break, and that's because if you're new here, I'm writing a book. I'll include all of those videos down below because I'm sort of recording my whole process. But I took a little break because I wanted to finish 50% of my book, and we did that. So we hit a milestone. I'm super excited about it. And that's why today I'm going to talk to you about how to figure yourself out, how to figure out your life when you have a lot going on. And especially if you're a freelancer or somebody who's just working on a lot of things at once. And there's also a pandemic. So like, you know, it varies, like your mood is going to vary day to day. Your mental health is not always going to be the best. I just have 3 really easy steps that have worked for me. A lot of sort of being productive and figuring things out is to just get really clear and eliminate a lot of the fuss. If this video does help you, you can help me by giving this video a thumbs up because it'll help other people see it and it'll reach more people. So thank you so much for your support. So very excited because I finished 50% of my book, and part of my YouTube break was because of that. It was because I was like, I need to eliminate something from my schedule that takes up a significant amount of time so that I can replace that time with writing and doing outreach for my book and all of the stuff that needs to be done for that. Basically, I wanted to take like my week holiday break during the holidays, and then I came back and I was like, I really need to kind of stop doing one thing so that I can reach this goal of 50% by this amount of time, because I just didn't find it feasible to do everything that I was doing and still reach that goal. I love YouTube and I love making videos, but out of all the things I do, it is the thing that is most time consuming because I shoot and I edit, and so that takes up a big chunk of my time, and just thinking of ideas or whatever. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to take a step back from YouTube, and I'm going to take this month to finally finish and to finally be able to focus on my book. So that's what I did. So all this to say, if you have a lot going on and there is one thing that you maybe want to take a step back on, it doesn't have to be forever. It can be just for a month or for like 2 weeks. Like, hey, I need like a little bit of a break, and also a break to kind of get inspired again and figure out like the kind of content that you want to make. I just really want to make like exciting content and things that are going to always help you.
2 hours later.
On to like the tactical part of the way that I plan. So the way that I plan, I have my notes here, that's why I'm looking over here. But the way that I plan is I do big rocks, little rocks. So I figure out what is most important and what is like medium priority, right? So right now, because I'm writing a book and I want to finish it, my book is the most important thing like ever. Like in terms of my work, my book is the most important thing. So everything else sort of like comes after that. So if you know me, you know that I used to be very big on actual like written down agendas and calendars, and I was always like buying new ones. But I started doing calendar blocking when I started doing interviews for my book. That's because I was doing everything digitally. So I was scheduling the interviews and I was like having to do it with my calendar because I was sending people invites and whatever. So that, like, surprisingly, I got used to doing things on Google Calendar. So I was like, maybe I could like actually try calendar blocking because I've heard about it so much, and I did try it, and so far it has worked so well for me. And I'm like not somebody that is like a digital planner at all. I still have a to-do list where I write things down every day, and I still have my calendar of the month, which I'll get to in my next point. So my first step is to kind of sit down, look at the month, and figure out what it is that I have to do. So because my book is my biggest priority, I schedule everything else around that, right? So like whatever freelance work I schedule it around my book. Whatever social media content I have to film, I schedule it around my book. And I do that using Google Calendar. I color coordinate it because it just looks better, and it makes me more excited. And for me, my freelance work and my social media work also feed into like my book work. So everything kind of works together. So if I feel like stagnant in one area, then I'll go work on another area. But having a plan for the week really works because I wake up and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do today. This is what I have planned today. And it's always, you can always move it around, like it's always flexible. But for me, it's nice to have that structure. So the next thing I do is I include those big rocks, little rocks, like my big task, my little task. Everything goes into the calendar. The reason why I love Google Calendar to do this is because you can create like recurring time. So let's say I film every Friday, right? Like I create content every Friday. So on Fridays, I know that I have to like get dressed up and like not look like a bum and stuff like that. So I just kind of take advantage of that since I'm already like, I have my makeup on and my hair, whatever. And I just film like for YouTube or for TikTok, right? So every Friday, I know that I can do that. So I just schedule it on Google Calendar and I just kind of repeat it every Friday. And if one Friday I have something to do, I'll just delete that or move it around, and that's why I like the digital calendar better. The next thing I do, and because I like to write and I like to feel things, I have my notebook where I just write ideas, and I have my to-do list, which I'll also like include like a close-up of. I have my to-do list, which I write every day. I got this on Amazon, and you can get like different types of to-do lists. I'll link them down below so that you can see, but this has been really helpful. I don't always do like the morning, afternoon, evening, but it has been really helpful to like kind of have a clear slate every day. Like even if I have to repeat things, or even if there were things left over from the day before, I still include them here like in order of priority. It makes me really happy to check things off. So yeah, so I use this, and then I use my desk calendar. So I recommend having something that you're gonna see every day without having to try, right? Like, so I normally will go into Google Calendar to look at my week, but I maybe won't look at my month all the time, right? But my desk calendar has all of my due dates for the months. And what I have right now is like not even like half the things. These are just the things that I learned that I have to do during January to like complete in February. But yeah, so basically I'll have all of my due dates, or like any special dates I'll have just always there, because I can sit at my desk and I can say, oh my god, I have a video due like on the 23rd of February, so I need to like start, you know, creating content for that. So it's just helpful to have something that's already there without you having to try and like go and see it, or maybe like risk forgetting, or like risk something happening with like your computer or whatever. So I always have that there kind of as backup, but also kind of because I need it. Like I need to see like the whole month at a glance, you know what I mean? Those are my tips. And just to add on to that, like there's a pandemic right now, so like for example, this whole week I was feeling just so down, like so unproductive, so scattered. There was like nothing that I was doing that like could help center me. And I don't know, it's just like sometimes the pandemic does get to you, so you can't like be too hard on yourself when that happens. Just like make up for it, or just do like what you have to do when you are feeling it. Because if I'm like this week, I couldn't even create a video if I wanted to. Like it would not have come out good. But today I was really motivated to create it. So I think like during these times you also have to work with your moods, not too much, but just keep that into account too, especially if you're creating content or you have to be on camera or whatever. Don't be too hard on yourself. There's a pandemic going on, shit is real. Like not every day is going to be a great day, and it is what it is. Number 2, figure out what the best way is for you to schedule something. If you want a calendar block on your written agenda, you could do that as well. It's just not as easy to like move around, but you can do that as well. Number 3 is if you have to take a step back from something, figure out what that is and how long you could take a step back from it. Yeah, I hope this helped you. I don't know if it's anything groundbreaking, but I know that a lot of people just tell you to do and get a lot of things, and sometimes it gets overwhelming. So this is the way I plan. This is what has worked for me for a while. So I hope this helped you. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you plan, and if you're gonna implement any of these tips in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy to be back, and I'll see you back here next time.